This was not uncommon for the early church. They walked into life expecting to see God do what they could not, expecting to watch God move. Acts 1:8, Jesus said, "You will receive power when the Holy Spirit has come on you, and you will be my witnesses in Jerusalem and Judea and Samaria and to the ends of the earth." That we have the power of God, but do we live like we have power? Do we live like we are the ones who are expected to be victorious? Do we walk and live with an expectation of God's moving and His power? If on a Saturday morning in January, February, a group of NBA All-Stars showed up to this gym to play some of our finest upward basketball players, they would walk into the court expecting to win. Like if 5 or 6 NBA All-Stars were going to team up against 5 or 6 kindergartners, they would be expected to have the upper hand. But I want to challenge us to consider that as 1 John 4:4 says, "You are from God, little children. You have conquered them because the one who is in you is greater than the one who is in the world." That we should walk into life with an expectation that God's Spirit will move. We should walk into our gatherings in the church. We should walk in with an expectation that God will speak and that God will move because we have a greater power inside of us. We see here in the early church that miracles were expected, and they weren't surprised when God did impossible things. See, the church begins in Acts chapter 2 with the sound of winds and tongues of fire, that Peter heals a lame man at the temple in Acts 3, that Aeneas was healed of palsy in Acts 9, and Tabitha was raised from the dead in Acts 9:36, and Paul caused blindness on Elymas in Acts 13, and they cast out this spirit in Acts 16, and then Paul's apron and clothes even healed people in Acts 19, and that angels rescued the apostles from prison in Acts 5 and Acts 12, and that an earthquake shakes the prison here in Acts 16, that it was normal for God's people to see God move in impossible ways. And if the early church expected God to move in their lives, why do we show up expecting anything less?